Hi my babies, hi my babies, hi, and welcome back to another Sunday in Mimosa. Today's Sunday in Mimosa is why you can't go to everyone for spiritual work. So, y'all, this one here is about someone who, even though we may not have spoken in years, is still very special to me, and they probably don't think it. Today we are going to be speaking about the one, the only, the marvelous Shy Boogie. So Shy Boogie is actually my cousin. She's my older cousin. When I say a beautiful girl, gorgeous. Okay, a lot of people actually like to. I feel like it's a lazy comparison, but a lot of people actually like to compare her to Beyonce. She does have very, very similar features and hair color of Beyonce, but I'm just gorgeous though. Okay, and this is the thing. She has such a great personality, but I don't know exactly what the girl is talented at. I still don't know. But her personality is okay, top tier. Well, sorta. Okay, sorta. Growing up, we didn't really see each other unless it was a holiday because she stays 3 hours away. And one summer they spent the summer at our house, and we also spent a summer at their house as well. And both summers I was just in misery. Okay, and now I grew up in a middle class neighborhood called Cavalier Manor. At the point in time when I grew up in that neighborhood, it was the number one black owned neighborhood in all of America. It had basically the most black owned house owners, and it was actually built for black people. So it's a historic community. So I grew up in a decent community. I mean, I had a lake in my backyard. Okay, it's one of them type of neighborhoods where the neighbors look out for each other. They look out for the kids. Okay, it's a neighborhood I'm looking to move into. Okay, in the future. But she grew up in what you would call the suburbs in Northern Virginia. Okay, Potomac Mills, basically. So they technically, okay, they stayed in a nicer house than us, a bigger house than us, this and the third, and cause they were always trying to shit on, oh y'all got a smaller house and y'all ain't got a car all the time, this and the third. It's like sometimes when people do that, it keeps you from seeing the blessings you already have. But it really comes from insecurities because yeah, you got a big house and y'all people got cars and y'all people got a nice job and name brand, but everybody in that fucking house is miserable as fuck. Okay, as fuck. So the summer I went and stayed with them was the summer of 1990. Oh, hold on, yeah, it might have been the summer of 2000 actually. Cause I remember I was 9. I might have been 8 going on 9. It was either the summer of 99 or the summer of 2000. But one very, very specific, well, two specific memories that like stood out to me when we went to go stay that summer. Because it's like, Shad was always doing stuff, getting in trouble. And then I would get in trouble with her, and her mama threatened to beat me. She said, if they get in trouble again, I find out you was around them, you gonna get beat too. So I tried to stay the fuck, I'm trying to tell you, I tried to stay the fuck away from her for the rest of the summer. Because she always, even to this day, is doing stuff that are not the best decisions, and then it's consequences later. She want to cry and manipulate her way out of the consequences. But definitely also both her parents are preachers, so we always had to go to church and this and the third when we stayed for the summer, forced into Bible study, forced into a whole bunch of stuff. And I definitely remember it was one night, me, her, and her brother were downstairs in the basement, and he started dry humping me. It was like a game, I guess we were playing, and she just sat there and watched it, which lets me know y'all be doing that when ain't nobody watching. Okay. Also, something else about my cousin. She got molested when she was 5 when they used to stay in St. Louis. And my mom told me about that. So I know that has a lot to do with her mental health issues and stuff because she did tell me that she got diagnosed with schizophrenia. And so, like, her parents, especially her dad, they always, I mean, she do be lying. She do be manipulating. She do be doing wild shit. But she does have a good heart. She's a Capricorn. She does have a really good heart. But it's like they're always beating her down, making her feel stupid, or it's like it's from her overactive root chakra why she act the way she act and why she was out there the way she was out there and being wild and stuff. And then she's a preacher kid. Newsflash to all preachers out there. Your kids are the worst ones out there. Let me tell you, okay? The worst ones out there, they be doing completely the opposite of everything that is holy just because they forced to go to church. So it's like they purposely do bad shit. Okay, so preacher kids is definitely the worst, let me tell you. But her brother molested me, and then also my sister molested me and her. Cause we stayed in the basement. We had our own room in the basement, and my sister made me and her suck her breast. So I always remembered that. So it's kind of like they parents come to find out later on actually kind of put them in competition with us, and like they made them have to, well, you got to act like you're better than them, and that's because they come from being broke and being poor. So some rich people or financially well off people, they act like, you know, snobs with their nose in the air because they came from nothing, and they remember being called broke and being joked and laughed at, and instead of healing from that, they in turn become the people that hurt them, basically. So it was a lot of dealing with that growing up. Oh, you're less than us and this, that, and the third because you ain't got this and you ain't got that. So when we were teenagers, we got cell phones. We started to speak more, and her and my cousin Ashley, they have this love-hate relationship still to this day because Ashley is jealous of her. She's beautiful, she's light-skinned. Ashley jealous of any female that's lighter than her, okay? And it's like she'll act fake in her face and act like, oh, we're cool, we're cousins, we're, you know, but she really be hating on Shy Boogie. She do. So she came to visit with her parents, and they dropped us off at this mall. I was 16, so Shy Boogie was 17, which means Ashley was 18. And I remember Ashley let me borrow this corset, this black and white corset that she had got from some lady she was staying at the point in time, because she been homeless most of her life. But it didn't fit me because I was an A cup. And I remember my uncle made a comment about it. He's like, yeah, like when you put on a corset, you actually supposed to be able to fill it up. I'm like, why are you looking at my body like that? So I'm wondering where the molestation and stuff was happening, you know, with her, and the shit was happening in her house, more than likely her own father. Because I'm like, well, why are you looking at a teenage girl that you're related to? Why are you looking at me in that way? You know? Stuff be so deep rooted. But we went to the mall, and because Ashley was dating this guy named Chris, and Chris' cousin, which is a friend of Ashley, Miguel, and Miguel is a mutual friend of me and Ashley because me and Miguel ended up becoming friends, and I was cool with Chris. But Ashley and Chris were dating, and then Miguel ended up speaking to Shy Boogie, but because she don't stay here, you know, they were thinking about getting in a long distance relationship, this, that, and the third. So she comes down here. They had all planned to meet up at the mall. Didn't tell Nina anything. Okay, I'm just going along for the ride. I'm like, oh, we're going to the mall. Oh, y'all going on a double date? Okay, cool. They're like, well, what are you gonna do? I said, I just walk around the mall, baby. I don't need nobody to keep me company. Okay. So we go to the mall, we get there. Shy Boogie does not know what Miguel looks like. Because, yes, youngings, back in the day, cell phones didn't have cameras on them. So, okay, you would be talking on the phone with somebody and you still wouldn't know what they look like. You still wouldn't know what they look like. So she's walking with me. She's like, Nina, I'm nervous and da-da-da. I'm like, don't. He's a really sweet guy. This, that, and the third. Soon as she sees Miguel, she runs off, like takes off, but she still has my wrists. So I'm running through the mall with her. My cousin Ashley got mad. I was like, well, what's the problem, Shy? What's the problem? She's like, oh my God, he's ugly. Oh my God, he's ugly. He's ugly. I'm not going to date him. He has duck lips. And okay, very shallow stuff. Miguel is such a sweetheart and such a hard worker. Like, she really passed up on a good guy. But like, super shallow stuff though. And yeah, Ashley was pissed with her because she was like, you hurt my friend's feelings and this, that, and the third. And okay, Ashley's a Leo. So, you know, she holds grudges, never lets them go. So, like, she was mad at her about that. But then they go on their double date. I'm just walking around the mall in my corset and my weave ponytail in my head. Okay. Looking cute and just walking around and stuff. This light skinned guy walked up to me. He was like, I ain't never seen you here before. I'm like, well, you act like you come to the mall every day. He like, pretty much. And so me and him spark up a conversation. He has a great personality. He cool as hell. So my cousin texts me and she's like, we're out the movies. You come meet up with us. And she tells me where they at. So he comes and he walks with me to go meet where they at. I was like, look, I found a date. And she was like, oh my God. Come to find out, the guy that He told me he would be my date. He was like, "You looking fine and you in here by yourself?" He said, "I'll be your date." And come to find out, it was my cousin Ashley's friend, little Erica's brother. So she already knew him, and he didn't know that. We didn't know that they knew each other and stuff. So I mean, when I say I had more fun with him than I did with them, he bought me a stuffed animal that I still got. He bought me some cologne, and I got me some Lacoste sunglasses too. So like I had fun at the mall. I was by myself. I wasn't dealing with all that drama and all that shadiness that Ashley was throwing at Shy, because she mad with Shy for Shy running off. I done ran into a cool guy. I done got a free stuffed animal, some free cologne, got me some sunglasses and stuff. So I'm having a good time. They come pick us up from the mall. We get in the car. Okay? We get in the car and Shy Boogie Mama just going off. Y'all out here acting like some hoes. I said, who acting like hoes? I said, I'm not a hoe. I said, I'm a virgin. She laughed and said, haha, yeah, right. Okay, just because your daughter is wild and out there like that, I was really still a virgin at 16. I was a virgin till I was 18. So just because your daughter doing shit, don't put that shit on me. Don't put that shit on me. So, yeah, me and my aunt, we had a problem. Okay? We go, what the fuck you calling me a hoe for? So me and Ashley were home. It was like, well, Aunt Jennifer called us a hoe and this, that, and the third. And so my uncle and my mama ended up calling her and talking to her about it. She said, I told them they were acting like hoes. Like hoe or saying someone is a hoe. Either way, you calling them a hoe. Either way, you calling them a hoe. So Shy grew up in a toxic household with parents that chose not to transmute their own feelings. And okay, this is the product that they got. So problems started coming in because a couple weeks later after the mall visit, Shy Boogie went back home, but Ashley calls me and say she's not talking to Shy Boogie no more. She don't fuck with her. She a hoe, this, that, and the third. I'm like, well, what the fuck happened? Come to find out, Shy Boogie done tried and went behind Ashley back and tried to holler at Chris. And that's who Ashley was dating on the double date. I said, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Okay? I'm like, why would she do that though? But this is the thing. She cussed Shy Boogie out for filth and okay, like it was just so much though. It was so no, actually Shy Boogie cussed Ashley out because she was like, well, is Ashley talking bad about me and this, that, and the third? I was trying to stay out of it. I was trying to stay out of it. What did she say? I said, she said, you act like a hoe. You tried to take a man. You out here acting like a hoe. Oh, Shy Boogie got pissed. We all end up doing a three-way conversation. Shy Boogie actually cussed Ashley out. Ashley on the phone crying. But you sit up there and popped all this shit about her and popped all this shit about her and popped all this shit about her. And now you mad because she confronting you? Really? And that's Ashley for you. We'll sit there and hate on somebody. We'll sit there and pop shit about somebody, but ain't never gonna say the shit to their face. Ever. Ever. So Shy Boogie checked her ass and made her cry. And then that turned into some more drama. That turned into some more drama. And they've always been like this. They always been back and forth at each other's necks, doing like undermining shit, doing like lowball shit, taking shots at each other. Cause come to find out years and years and years later, okay, Ashley ended up dating one of Shy Boogie's ex-boyfriends named AM, who ended up coming to my graduation when I graduated from college, and she was mad about that. She was mad her ex-boyfriend came to my graduation. Well, you ain't choose to come, and he came because we built a friendship. Not like I was trying to holler at him. Damn, I was dating somebody at the point in time when me and him became friends. So it's like they got this back and forth, taking each other's men and this, that, and the third, and calling each other hoes, and it's just a lot. Okay, it's just a lot, and I somehow, some way, always get caught up in the middle. I always get caught up in the middle. So after Shy Boogie tried to take Ashley man and it didn't work, my grandma was turning 70. So at this point in time, I was 17. Yeah, I was 17. And so it was this ship out here that was like a local cruise ship. Like you go up there for like lunch and like celebrations, birthday parties and stuff, and basically just cruise around like the Elizabeth River and stuff. And it's called the Spirit of Norfolk. So they decided to have my grandma's 70th birthday. I'm trying to get it out, y'all. On the Spirit of Norfolk, which was a big deal. Everybody got to get dressed up and pay for tickets. And okay, you got to be, okay, dress the best of the best, baby. Okay, dress the best of the best and know how to act. Okay, and know how to act. So we get on the Spirit of Norfolk, and Ashley had actually came up with this plan to basically exile and exclude Shy Boogie. And she was like, I want you to help me jump her and let's throw her overboard. And it's like, why are you thinking all this evil ass shit about your family member? Like, you really need to get the fuck over it. And she's sitting here popping all this shit. I'm just listening to her and letting her vent. So I'm like, well, it ain't happened to me, so she got the right to be mad. But the shit was just too much. So it was drama. Okay? It was drama. It was drama. Because, one, we didn't know Shy Boogie was pregnant. Okay? And then Ashley going around telling everybody that when she did have her baby, because Shy Boogie used to confide in Ashley and tell her like some of her deepest secrets that she wouldn't even tell me. And she done went and told everybody that Shy Boogie told her that she didn't know who her baby daddy was because she got a train ran on her, and she didn't know who the baby was until the baby was born. And then she also going around telling everybody, oh, she used to be a stripper too. Like, this is shit that she ain't tell me, so why are you fucking telling me? I'm trying to take just evil shit. So some time had passed. I turned 18, got in a relationship, and me and my ex-fiance broke up for the first time. And I told you about this in the couch talk. And I went to go stay in Northern Virginia for 2 weeks. And I went to go stay with Shy Boogie and her people. So while I'm up there, she was like, girl, you need to get over him. He's a loser. I got somebody else for you. I'm talking to somebody, and he got a cousin. I was like, all right, girl, whatever. Okay, mind you, I didn't even like the cousin like that for real. He was cool and shit, but he was dumb, and it's like, just no real goals in life. Okay, he ain't had no real goals in life. But so she was dating this guy. I think his name was Todd, and she would take me over there, go over to their house and stuff. I done went over there, they having sex and stuff. I'm like, I don't want to hear my cousin having sex. And he was like, make yourself at home, da-da-da-da. They go in the room, they do what they do. Nigga, you said make myself at home. I'm high as fuck. Cause y'all also the weed man. I'm high as fuck. I done ate, I think, 2 bowls of udon noodles. I ate like 2 ice cream sandwiches. This nigga come out the room, and he looking in the fridge and stuff. He like, what you eating? I said, you told me to make myself at home. Like, I'm hungry. And he looking through the fridge and stuff. I'm like, damn, they ain't got nothing in here but some udon noodles and some ice cream sandwiches. He said, you ate the food for the week? You ate all our food. 2 ice cream sandwiches and 2 bowls of udon noodles was the food for the week? What the fuck y'all niggas in here doing? Okay? I understand y'all bachelors and y'all just got y'all crib and y'all barely got any furniture in this bitch. Y'all got like 2 couches. That's it. The fuck is going on? 2 ice cream sandwiches and 2 bowls of udon noodles is the food for the week for 3 men? Oh, wow, baby. Oh, wow, baby. I said, oh, no. That dude was pissed. And Shy felt so bad. And, like, because she didn't have money to go and go buy groceries. And her parents made too much money for her to get food stamps. So she went in her parents' deep freezer and went through the fridge and everything and made groceries for them and brought it over to the house. I'm talking about bags and bags of groceries. I'm talking about frozen ham and everything in the deep freezer. Turkey legs and shit. Like, taking it over with turkey wings and taking it over there to the... I said, your mama gonna kill you when she find out. Boy, was she hot when she found out she took all her food over there. Okay? She was hot. But she trying to get me to talk to the cousin. And I won't feeling the cousin like that. It was just too much. And one night we had went over there. And she told my grandma, cause her parents were going out of town. So my grandma was there. And she told my grandma we was going to the movies. And we supposed to be in the house at 11. We ain't coming to the house till like 2 a.m. Till like 2 a.m. They got us so fucking high. That was also like the kickback spot. They got us so fucking high. And then the guy that she was trying to get me to talk to, he worked at Domino's. So, okay, free weed, free pizza. Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. Think of a fuck about him. But we got so high. And then she also a goofball. What they call it? A geeking. She be geeking when she smokes. So she just start laughing out of nowhere. And that shit makes everybody else start laughing. When I say she really do have a great personality, long as she ain't flipped to that other side, she really is a fun person to be around. And we leaving the crib. We're supposed to be headed back. It's already close to 2 o'clock as is. And we driving. And she was like, Nina. I was like, what's up? And she was like, I don't know which way is home. I said, oh, fuck, bitch. Oh, fuck, bitch. Oh, we fucked. Okay? I'm like, you better figure it out. You better figure it out. I ain't from up here. I don't know which way home is. Okay? And she go home. My grandma fussing us out, and she really fussing Shy out because she like, you the one that know the way home, and you the one that know that y'all supposed to be here, and this, that, and the third. I mean, she just started busting out crying. She lied and said it was a car accident. Somebody's car was on fire. And my grandma knew she was lying because of the interstate that she said we was on. My grandma said, you don't get on that interstate to go to the movies. I said, damn. And she crying and shit. And she was like, I feel like I'm always messing up. Like, she pulled a straight Karen. Just started crying out of nowhere. I said, what the fuck is going on? I'm sitting there in disbelief. I can't even believe you lying this good and crying full blood tears with it though. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Okay? Like, what the fuck is going on? And so also another time we had a family reunion, and Shy Boogie and Ashley still won't messing with each other. But we go to the family reunion. It was a really small family reunion. It might have just been a cookout, okay? But a cookout, my relatives look like a fucking family reunion. Okay? It's a lot of us. It's a lot of us. So we out there, we at the park, we having a good time. Everybody kicking it, chilling, this, that, and the third. I'm keeping them two separate because they can't get along. So I noticed people start making a little bit of a commotion and stuff, right? So it's this cause it's this guy that shows up, and like everybody's around him and stuff, and I'm like, who's that guy over there? Everybody all around making all this noise about like he's a celebrity. So it's a show called College Hill that used to be on BET back in the day, but they brought it back and they do celebrities now. But back in the day, they were doing actual college students. So the only season I actually watched was the only season that actually mattered to me was Virginia State University. And I did not know that was Mr. Ray on that season. Mr. Ray was one of my favorite people on that season. Cognac. He was one of my favorite people. But it was Mr. Ray. Mr. Ray kept getting into it with Orlando, who is a guy I went to school with his little sister. And also somebody else that was up there was this guy named Rodney. And Rodney was really, really popular. He was like a football player or something like that. So okay, he was Mr. A1. So that's who came to the cookout. So that's why everybody was all around him and stuff, because he was like a star on the show and everything. He was already the star at his college. So, he was that guy. Okay, he was that guy. So I'm like, that's Rodney from College here. I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to go over there and say hi. So of course Ashley goes over there, and so does Shy Boogie. Shy Boogie go over there and start flirting with the man. Excuse me, man. He's here because he's dating our other cousin named Ashley because she went to VSU and they started dating. I think after the show, during the show, I think it was after the show they started dating. He started dating my cousin. And I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, you just had this issue with Ashley and you turning around again with another cousin named Ashley trying to take her man. It's too much. But he saw what she was doing and he was such a gentleman about it. And he kind of like exit himself about the conversation. He wasn't really feeling all the groupie energy that they was bringing, but he was very interested in having conversation with me. And it's because I was asking him questions about like the programs that they have there. I'm like, I'm interested in going to college. I want to know what type of programs y'all got. Like, what's the atmosphere? Do y'all be having fun? Is it like school pride, school spirit? And he was answering all my questions. He's like, yo, you should really come out to the campus and do a tour. I was like, you think so? You think they would accept me? He said, yeah. And he was like explaining to me like the spirit of the school and stuff of that nature. And I just so happened to have on them Lacoste sunglasses, but I ain't know shit about no name brand. I just knew it was some pretty pink sunglasses with an alligator on the side of it. I ain't know what the fuck Lacoste was. I don't even know if I'm saying that shit right, okay? And I got perfume from them too. A Touch by Pink, that was my shit. Okay, I'm gonna need another bottle. But that was my shit though. And I didn't even know how to pronounce that. I didn't even know it was name brand. I just knew I liked the company. And he was like, oh, those Lacoste sunglasses that you got on? And I was like, I guess. And they're like, you're supposed to say yes, Nina. Okay, I don't keep up with that name brand shit. But he was very charming and stuff. But yeah, he wasn't feeling that flirting shit. But he was glad I was over there asking questions about like the college and the programs and stuff, because he was able to exit up out the conversation. But unfortunately, that's just the type of person Shy Boogie is. I love her to pieces, but my cousin is a hoe. She out there. She out there, or at least she used to be. I ain't spoke to her in some years. She done had another baby and stuff. I'm hoping that she calmed down. I really wish the best for her though. So then time passed. I ended up dating my ex-fiance, living together. We get arrested. I told y'all I got arrested 4 days before I started college. What I did not know was her parents bought me. It was actually her mama. Found out that I was in college and, I was looking for a job. I got my license and my GED. I'm trying to get my life together. Okay, at 18, I'm trying to handle my business. And she was proud of me, so she bought me a laptop for college. She said, well, she gonna need a laptop for, school and stuff. And I didn't ask her for it. Didn't know she was gonna do it. My grandma just told her, yeah, Nina, she's starting college soon. And she bought me a laptop, $1,000 Toshiba laptop. I did not ask for that. I did not ask for that. So Sha Boogie stays with her parents, and she's financially dependent on her parents, even still to this day. Like, they be buying her apartments, they be buying her cars, name brand stuff, and like, she just don't appreciate it. She just does not appreciate it. She calls me, and she got an attitude. She was like, what's up? I heard you got arrested, and I heard that my parents bought you $1,000 laptop, and I go to them to go ask for money, and they telling me no. They have the money to give her. They told her no because she don't appreciate shit. So you gonna call me and cuss me out because you mad because they bought me a laptop? Bitch, that ain't got nothing to do with what the fuck you asked them for. She's like, you better tell me this story about you getting arrested, and if it involves my ex-fiance, she's like, if it involves your ex-fiance, she was like, I don't want to hear that shit. I was like, well, it does. And I started telling her the story. The bitch hung up on me. That's where that schizophrenic shit start kicking in. It's like she just completely flip on you and hang up on you. Bitch, you know better than to do that shit in front of me. Cause other than that, I will whoop your ass. Okay? Disrespecting me like that. No, you ain't never disrespected me like that to my fucking face though. So we did end up relinking in 2016 on Facebook. She ended up having her own apartment that her parents helped her get. Because when I went up there to go visit her, she ended up meeting her husband. And yeah, they got married, got divorced. That shit didn't work out. Okay, that shit didn't work out. And so she didn't want to live with her parents. So they got her an apartment and they were paying for it. But they were telling her that she had to take over, the rent, this, and the third. So that's what she was supposed to be doing. And that's what they thought she was doing. They thought that she was paying the rent and stuff. And she wasn't. Okay? And she wasn't. Because she didn't have no job. Ain't nothing wrong with her. She go get a job. She just chose not to go get a job. Because she's so used to being taken care of. Her ex-husband took care of her. Her parents took care of her. She's used to being taken care of. So she was behind on rent, and she was also fucking one of her ex-boyfriends from high school to kind of make money to get food and this, that, and the third. Listen, okay? And so this child is so manipulative and just so sure that her manipulation tactics gonna work. This lady is behind a couple months on rent. They gave her a warning, said we about to kick you out, you don't catch up on this rent. Mind you, she in Northern Virginia, so it's bougie. Rent high. This lady done went. I called her one day. She done went and made a pot of soup. Okay, to go take to the rent office. So they wouldn't kick her out. They let her stay there for probably 3 more days. They put an eviction notice on that fucking door. They were playing with her ass. I called her back. She in there scrubbing the walls because that's where her talent is. She can draw. She's artistic. She done put murals all over the walls and stuff, and she's trying to scrub the shit off. Girl, it's an apartment. You act like it was a house, like you was gonna live there forever. She's like, Nina, I gotta get this offer. I'm not gonna get the security deposit back. Well, baby, you want your security deposit to start with, okay? But at that point in time, when she was in the process of getting evicted and trying to make ends meet, is when we relinked and we ended up having a conversation. I told her that I do, tarot readings and stuff of that nature. And that's when she told me about twin flames. And she also told me that, girl, it's people on YouTube that's, doing tarot readings. I said, what? I said, how can they do that? You can't just get up on, okay, tarot, to me at that point in time, it's just personals. Ain't no general public readings. So I'm like, how are they doing that? You can't just do that. They got to be fake and this, that, and the third. She started sending me links to people. It was this one lady, I'm trying to take, the makeup was horrible. That lady had low self-esteem though. She was like, she's good at what she does, but her makeup is just so bad. It's like she cares more about superficial stuff. Because that's the type of household that she grew up in. And then they wonder why she is the way that she is. So she told me about twin flames. She sends me a video that I told y'all about. And this lady's explaining what twin flames is. And it's the correct information. And the lady never said in the video that twin flames are to be in a third party situation. But for whatever reason, between Shy Boogie and the different people back then that were finding out about twin flames on YouTube, they were spreading improper information. And this was in 2016. That's when twin flames started becoming really, really popular, and it has blown up to what the fuck it is now. She started spreading improper information, and all of a sudden Shy Boogie, every time she talked to somebody and they say, yeah, I got a crush on somebody, or somebody got a crush on me, oh, they're your twin flame. No, they're not. Twin flame is a very, very rare and unique type of soulmate that God does not allow everybody to experience. And because you're my older cousin, you're into spirituality, so I thought, okay, you're not. You just want people to tell you what your future is going to be. You're into fortune telling. You're not into doing the actual spiritual work, rolling up your sleeves and doing the actual spiritual work. Baby, I started letting this lady do readings on me. Everything that she said out her mouth, word was bond to me. I'm thinking that she knows what she's talking about. This lady led me completely down the wrong road when it came to twin flames, when it came to my spirituality. And I ended up making some really bad mistakes. I ended up dealing with somebody I didn't even want to date. I didn't even want to have sex with. I didn't even want to deal with. You got me in a third party situation, and that's not even my type of thing. That's not even my type. I already done dealt with somebody with that. And I said I wouldn't put myself back in that predicament. But I'm trusting you and I'm listening to you because I think that you know everything that you're speaking about. And that's why I be in y'all ass about who y'all watching on YouTube, who y'all listening to, who y'all going to for y'all spiritual work. Because I had people that I trusted and I put my life in their hands. Because I'm thinking they lead me in the right direction, and they weren't. They were too cowardly to tell me, Nina, I really don't know what I'm talking about. Or Nina, I really wish that I had gifts. Or Nina, I just need money. They were too cowardly to tell me that. It's the same thing like going to go get surgery. You ain't just about to let anybody just do surgery on you. You ain't about to let just anybody be a mechanic to your car. You ain't about to just let anybody fix your food. It's the same thing. Stop playing with it. Don't allow anyone just to do work on you. Don't be listening to everybody, because they're going to lead you in the wrong fucking direction just because they want attention or they want to seem gifted and powerful when they ain't even got that blessing or that coat of colors, man. So we ended up falling off because the guy that she was dealing with, that was her twin flame, he was a preacher and he was married, and it was like she was going through a lot with him. Okay, it was just a lot going on. I just had to fall back from her. Like, I almost drove all the way to Maryland to go fight some bitches for her. And I don't even know the situation. Just because you're my cousin, I'm going to ride for you like that. Like, just stupid shit, bro. Just always drama with her. I love her so much. She has such a good heart. And her personality, for the most part, except for when she flipped to the other side, it's dope. But the drama, bro, is so draining. So we fell off. We ended up reconnecting. And it's my grandma's 80th birthday now. And it's at her parents' house in Northern Virginia, because they want to show off their big ass house. That fucking 80th birthday party was about her parents showing off their house, not even about my grandma's birthday. Me and my mama trying to do stuff that my grandma likes, like old school music, Soul Train lines. They didn't want to do none of that. Oh, that's ghetto. Bitch, that's what the fuck you came from. The fuck is y'all talking about? Okay? The fuck is y'all talking about? Shit pissed me off. But it ended up being a big ruckus at my grandma's 80th birthday party because Ashley and Shy Boogie, once again, were not getting along. Me and Shy Boogie, we were in a funny space because I'm like, last time we really spoke was that twin flame shit. And then you always want to fuss and argue, and cause that's why we fell off, because we got in another argument because she just started cussing me out of nowhere again. And I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? Okay, you ain't gonna keep hanging up on me. Then also, she got mad at me because I'm like, yeah, your readings really ain't hitting for me. And, I'm going to just focus on my own healing and doing what I need to do. And I don't believe he's my twin flame. I'm really starting not to believe in twin flames. And I don't feel for that man like how you tell me I should feel. And I don't want to be with him. She got mad. Nina, you're wrong. You need to understand I'm older. And God sent me to guide you. And I know what I'm talking about. And this, that, and the third. No, you don't. This lady completely shitted on me. She's like, Nina, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm transmuting my energy. I'm like, I'm writing a song right now to help me heal from my past. Because I realized I need to heal from my ex-fiance. And she's like, well, that's not going to help you, and that's silly. Well, baby, you ain't got the gift of the scribe, so you don't understand how writing can be very healing for me, very freeing for me. And the song that she talking about that was silly is my song called Suicide Note, which is a very, very powerful song. I'm speaking about my inner child. And that's when I started realizing, yeah, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. Okay, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. So the 80th birthday party, like I said, was a lot of drama, was a lot of people. I ended up speaking to her little brother. And he told me about how none of them liked their parents because their parents forced them to go to church, and her dad didn't even want to be a preacher. He just wanted to be famous and get on TBN. And like, it's just so much going on. Like, a lot of people inner child, like damaged inner child was coming out. Did not know she was still dealing with the preacher married guy. Okay, this is like a year and some change later. She's kind of being standoffish. Her anxiety's kicking up because she's worried about me and Ashley, and are we gonna be mean to her? Ashley is her own person. I'm mature. We were teenagers. We are grown now. Okay, we're grown now. I'm not on that high school shit just because Ashley want to be on there. Ashley want to go around talking about you to other people. Don't talk to her. Don't deal with her. But then as soon as Shy Boogie come and get in Ashley face, hi, you know I love you. We're sisters. Like, I'm not with all of that. So I was kind of excluded from everybody, my damn self. I'm thinking about Marley and this and the third. I want to go home with Marley. This is the prop. We supposed to be celebrating my grandma's 80th birthday party. Everybody in the dining room. My grandma sitting down. They giving presents. This and the third. I wrote a poem for my grandma. My uncle live in Cali. He want to take a picture with all his nieces. My grandma got 16 grandchildren. Only 5 of us are girls. And it's extremely, extremely, extremely rare that all 5 of us are together. And he said, I want a picture with all of my nieces. Just so happened, Shy Boogie boyfriend came. Okay, Shy Boogie boyfriend came. And when we praying and stuff, her dad tried to embarrass me because he knew we was high. And I still had on my sunglasses, which was from my boutique. And before he said the prayer, he was like, yeah, like people that like to wear sunglasses inside where there's no sun. I said, and y'all could shop with me on FABBoutiqueonline.com with my boutique and purchase these sunglasses. Why her boyfriend brought her his mama with him? Why that lady came down there, followed me down there in the basement. I had my laptop set up. I was making a playlist for my grandma's birthday party. Come to find out we won't go and use. The lady followed me down there in the basement because she was giving them a tour and stuff. Actually, that's what it was. She was giving them a tour, like the house and stuff. And she was like, excuse me. She said, did you say you sell them sunglasses? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, how can I buy a pair? Baby, and my laptop was already up. We went right on my website and I showed her how she could purchase, and she purchased them right there on my website on the laptop. She sure did. I said, I'm going to ship them to you as soon as I get home. Oh, she was mad because her boyfriend was like, oh, so you got your own company and stuff? I said, yeah. And like, I'm showing him like my website, and like, he was like, who did your website? I'm like, I set up my website myself. He said, it looks very professional. He was like, that's really amazing. He said, congratulations. Like, I've been getting all these compliments, and she's trying to impress his mama, and she ain't got nothing going for herself. She ain't got nothing going for herself. She ain't in school. Like, she ain't got nothing. She ain't even got custody of her child. She ain't got nothing going for herself. So she just staying in her parents' house all day. So it don't look good compared to me. But I mean, I wasn't trying to take your man, girl. But the mama liked me better than she liked her. Okay? Like, damn. But we in there, and we supposed to be celebrating my grandma. And we hear, because her bedroom is right over the dining room. And we hear all this thumping. I'm like, are they fucking or are they fighting up there? I don't know what the fuck they up there doing. We hear all this thumping noise. And so my uncle, he was like, he looked right at Ashley. And he was like, my uncle from Cali. He looked right at Ashley. He was like, handle that now. Okay, he was pissed. And he snapped his fingers and he pointed up. Like, go up there and handle that and tell her, no, like, we're not here for this. Why are you making all this noise? And why are you not down here with us? And we celebrating your grandma's 80th birthday. So she went up there and she came back down, and apparently that didn't go too well. Come to find out, they was up there doing both. They were fucking and they were fighting. They was up there doing both. So after all the celebration, this, that, and the third, she still ain't come down. So that's when my uncle was like, I really want a picture with all my nieces. Go get Rihanna. Tell her I want a picture with all my nieces. Now, mind you, at the point in time, I had broke my foot because I was chasing Marley. So my foot is broke, but I done squeezed my foot down in these heels, right? And they were pointed toe boots too. And my foot broke in 2 different places. I had to take that damn boot off. It was hurting so bad. I just so happened to have on sneakers. I go upstairs. I knock on the door. I already know it's going to be some drama. She come peeking out the door. Nina, what do you want? I said, Uncle said he want to take a picture with all of us. Come downstairs, take a picture. Nina, I'm busy right now. I'm not dealing with that and this, that, and the third. I said, well, it is your grandma's birthday. You need to come downstairs and celebrate your grandma's birthday. It will be nice to see you at some point in time tonight. Okay, I was being honest. And she, Nina, I'm not dealing with all that. I ain't coming downstairs. Tell him another time. I'm not going back downstairs to tell Uncle you ain't coming down. He done came all the way from Cali, and you can't come downstairs for 2 minutes and take a picture. No, I said, I ain't going back downstairs to tell him that. She tried to close the door on my face. Okay, listen, you done hung up on me a couple times. I put my foot in the door. I said, bro, I said, you coming downstairs with me to take this picture? She said, Nina, I'm not dealing with that. You know this bitch closed the door on my broke foot. Ooh, it took everything in me not to snatch that bitch ball and beat her ass. It took everything in me. My cousin, baby daddy, and my uncle all saw my face. And I think one of my other cousins, they were like, yo, we saw your face when you was coming down the steps and we knew that shit ain't go good. Okay? He said, you look like you was ready to fuck somebody up. But I held it in. I'm like, this is my grandma's 80th birthday. We ain't about to be fucking this shit up. So after that, I'm like, yeah, I'm good on her. She got too much going on. So quarantine comes and my grandma's sister passed away. My grandma goes into a depression. She's speaking about suicide, this, that, and the third. I end up getting on Facebook. Well, before I even got on Facebook, Shy Boogie links back up with me again. I heard my sister some months previous talking to somebody on the phone. Yeah, she think her YouTube is a job and she think this and she think that. And I'm gonna find out my sister going around basically promoting my YouTube in a negative way to different people. So me and Shy Boogie end up relinking out of the blue, out of nowhere. Now she's pregnant with her daughter. Got a new boyfriend. Parents paying for a new apartment. They don't want her living with her because there's too much drama with her. They don't want her living with them. Because there's too much drama with her. But me and her texting back and forth, and she legit texted me, and she was like, Nina, I was jealous of your YouTube channel because I tried to do it, and I tried to be an entrepreneur basically, and the shit was too hard. And I'm like, why the fuck would she say that? Why am I even the topic of conversation for you bitches? Why y'all ain't got somebody else to talk about or something else to do? Why y'all bitches hating on me, Ashley, Erica, Shy Boogie? Why y'all hating on me for? Maybe because if y'all want hoe ass bitches and y'all was more focused on actually building something of worthwhile, then maybe, baby, you wouldn't have time to hate on me. Okay? Maybe you wouldn't have time to hate on me. Maybe you actually spent time healing and getting your life right and getting yourself right with God. You wouldn't have time to hate on me. The fuck? And so these three bitches basically sitting around popping shit about me. And Ashley and my sister definitely have done witchcraft on me and popped up in my dreams doing witchcraft on me. Thank you, Shy Boogie, for not going that far with the shit. I got respect for you for that, girl. But yeah, she texted me that and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to watch this bitch. So now she on Facebook popping shit, me and her texting back and forth, and she mad because she expect for us to have the same relationship we had back in 2016 during the whole twin flame thing. We used to talk all day, every day, used to text, we'd be laughing. I gave her a nickname. I think I called her Bucci or something like that, like Buki or something like that. She had some type of nickname that I gave her though. And it's like, she was expecting that again. Like, we had a real sisterhood bond. I always had genuine love for her. But nah, this ain't that. I'm not stupid no more. I'm not going back into drama with you or with Ashley. Because it's always back and forth with you bitches. You don't know whether you like me or whether you don't. Bitches just don't fucking like me. I'm cool with that. Okay? I'm cool with that. Got love for you though, Shy Boogie. But I got love for you from a distance though, babe. From a distance though, babe. So I'm like, okay, this shit don't sit right. My grandma's sister passed away. I get up on Facebook and I made a messenger group chat of all but 4 of my cousins because they all the way in Arizona. They ain't really been around my grandma, but the rest of y'all, yeah, y'all pieces of shit. Grandma in here depressed. She in here suicidal. She done lost her sister. She only got 1 sibling left now out of 10. And ain't none of y'all called her, ain't none of y'all checked on her, ain't none of y'all text her, ain't none of y'all sent her no flowers. Cause I asked her, I said, did any of them hit you up, check on you, send anything? She said, no, Nina, you the only one. I said, and if I won't live in here, I still be checking on you, coming past, trying to get you out the house, this, that, and the third. I'm sitting there holding my grandma, praying over her while she crying, saying, I just want to die, I just want to die. Depressed as fuck because her sister is gone. I cussed them out. Tell me why they sent some half-dead flowers 2 days later. I'm not lying to you. The flowers was half-dead. The flowers was brown. The flowers was... Why I got to do that in order for y'all to do something? That is because it showed where they really was at with it, okay? It shows where they really was at with it, which don't make no damn sense. And that was the last that I dealt with Shy Boogie. I really do wish you the best, sweetheart, okay? But you really need to stop listening to Erica. You need to stop listening to Ashley because they playing mind games with you. They playing mind games with you, boo. They playing mind games with you and they be hating and jealous on you, baby. And somebody need to tell you, boo. You need to watch them bitches. But anyways, babies, this is why you can't go to everyone for spiritual work, especially if they're not doing their own healing. So the lesson is, just because they say they're spiritual doesn't mean they're really spiritually gifted. Just because they say they know God doesn't mean they really do. And sometimes people jealousy is weak enough for them to stay in your proximity, but not in your corner. Make sure that y'all spend time with yourself. Get to know yourself. Relearn yourself, forgive yourself, and always know that your intuition is your direct guide to God. Always check in before you let anyone lead you. I said, think about it. All right, babies. I'm your girl, Virgo Garden. If you didn't know that shit, I bet you know that shit now. How to follow me, how to book me, and how to get my wonderful, beautiful, amazing products that you all love so much will be down below in the description box. I love you, babies. And this is the other thing, okay? A lot of people need to learn how to forgive with love instead of hate. I do not hate this lady. I ain't got no ill feelings towards her. I know that she been through some trauma and that she is who she is. And she also got people feeding her incorrect, negative shit about me in order to get her on their side. And still, I'm going to forgive and release process and let that shit go. Because like I said, I don't got no ill will towards my cousin. I really want the best for her. I want her to figure out what her niche is. And I want her to really go after that shit. I really do. Because she has a great personality. Long as she ain't on that other side. Long as she ain't on that other side. But, you know, it just comes from a lack of love, really. And abuse from her parents, to be quite honest with you. And that part ain't her fault. But her not healing and processing it is. I said, think about it. Love you, babies. Be careful who you let lead you. Mwah.